Hey guys, me Jaren, back in with another reaction video. My last Spider-Man reaction video got over 200 views in the first 2 days, which is insane numbers for someone like me. While recently my videos have been getting hundreds of views. My long-form content, I mean, has been getting hundreds of views. Like this video right here, for example, it's only 15 seconds long, so it's obviously going to get good views. Over 114 views, which is astonishing for long form content for me. Yeah, but the Spider-Man video got over 209 views. So, looks like, and over 13 hours of watch time, mind you. So, we're just going to be reacting to more videos because, you guys seem to like them. So, we're going to be reacting to why Jeremy Lin is banned from the NBA by MJ2K all day. I take zero ownership of this video, YouTube. So let's get right into the video.
Where were you on February 4th, 2012?
I was 3 years old.
Watching an undrafted player I had never heard of drop 25 points, leading my Knicks to a win.
And what's sad is I don't hear anything about Jeremy Lin anymore. Like, I don't see any tweets about him. I don't see any kinds of videos about Jeremy Lin. Like, any kinds of video. Not like videos saying how good of a player he was or anything. Not even about a card in 2K. I don't even think he has a 2K card. You know how crazy that sounds? There's some nobodies on 2K, and they didn't even give Jeremy Lin a card. The last time I saw Jeremy Lin in a 2K was in 2K19 when he had that rewards pink diamond card. That was actually fucking fire, bro. When you had that card, it was like playing with a Galaxy Opal.
Jeremy Lin was a nobody. And just as important, he didn't look like your average NBA player. An Asian American that was playing like a star game after game. And Linsanity.
The sad part is, he barely got any minutes. So his averages were so low compared to his skill level. But he still worked with things due. I'm surprised he was averaging more than 5 assists per game, which is actually crazy for an NBA player. 5 assists per game? Like, come on, this dude was insane.
Was born.
With limited minutes too?
In sports, but now Lin is out playing in Taiwan.
Shanghai Sharks.
Because even though he wants to play in the NBA, Jeremy Lin has been blacklisted, banned. The guy that
And that's my problem with the NBA. Little snippets like of this kind of stuff. Like, this is why I'm getting sick and tired of the NBA. Like, I'll still watch my Grizzlies play, but like there's little things, little dark pieces of the NBA that they don't want you to see that really deter me from liking the NBA in general. Like, how is a superstar like Jeremy Lin getting pushed out less than WNBA players? It's like the WNBA is getting advertised and advertised and advertised, and they still have so little viewers, but more people know about the WNBA than know about Jeremy Lin.
Kobe Bryant.
Six. Kobe pointing, now setting the screen. Shot clock at 2. Lin has to heave.
You're telling me pretty much nobody knows about Jeremy Lin when he was doing stuff like this? He waved off Kobe. And I'm pretty sure in one game he dropped 38 on Kobe's head. He dropped more points than Kobe. And Kobe was going off in the fourth quarter trying to win.
A player that won the chip with Toronto in 2019, Lin said,
To be completely honest with you, I didn't even know Jeremy Lin won a chip, but he's gonna look better on his accolades.
I feel like
in some ways, the NBA is kind of giving up on me. That players called him coronavirus and later said that big dreams
That's
risk
actually
big money.
hella racist. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Gave him a chance again. He was just dominating in the G League in 2021, yet no one called. But why? What really happened to Jeremy Lin? I'm gonna outline what exactly went down. The 3 problems throughout his career and the dark secret the NBA doesn't like to talk about. Starting with how everyone ignored him. What is up, dudes and that's ballers players? It's your boy MJ. Kobe Bryant said,
How someone like Jeremy Lin got more ignored than the WNBA is beyond me. I'm pretty sure he had a YouTube video. Hold on. Hold on. Let me I'm trying to find this. He had a YouTube channel, right? Yeah, here's his channel right here. He had, yeah, the last pick, Jeremy Lin. This video got 28 million views. 28 million. He has 695,000 subscribers. Look at him. He's a literal YouTuber. Like, bro. He's posting shorts. He's averaging tens of thousands of views, bro. Look at this. He's still uploading to YouTube. He's still getting thousands of views. He's still known. He's more known than WNBA players. I don't know no WNBA player that has been seen more than over 1 million times. That's sexist. That's sexist. I didn't mean that. Please don't cancel me.
And that was the first problem in Lin's career. No one saw Lin as a basketball player. But the story isn't new, according to him. It's been happening throughout his basketball career, starting from high school. Lin was chosen as California's Player of the Year in 2006.
Bruh.
He led his Paul Alto High School to
And they
a
still
state
didn't give my nigga a
championship.
chance.
That would have easily helped any typical high schooler capture some sort of athletic scholarship. But he didn't get any. Lin said,
Well, I think the obvious thing is, in my mind, is that I was Asian American, which, you know, is a whole different issue. But I think that was a barrier.
And at Harvard University,
There's a lot of racial barriers when it comes to sports. But I feel like there's a more of a racial barrier towards Asian people in sports now, ever since coronavirus and, you know, all the stuff that's been going on in China and stuff now. So there's more of a racial barrier towards sports than there's ever been now than there was a few years back when Jeremy Lin was playing. I'm not saying there wasn't one. I'm just saying it's a lot bigger. It's like a much bigger iceberg than it used to be. Like it just froze even more over time.
heard more racist slurs than in the NBA. One being, hey, can you even see the scoreboard with those Z's? But the NBA would be worse for different reasons.
These
Instead,
niggas just
when he
don't
was
know
playing against
when to
Cornell,
quit.
his
Like,
teammates
damn.
told his coaches that they were calling Jeremy a the whole first half. In Lin's own words, I didn't say anything because when that stuff happens, I kind of just, I go and ball up. Where I go into turtle mode and don't say
He took
anything
that
and
personally.
just internalize everything. Man,
Bro was on his Michael Jordan time.
Since
For real.
2005, there's only been one player drafted from an Ivy League school, aka the Harvard, Yale, Princeton. So Lin was already fighting an uphill battle, not being given fair opportunities, which he should have gotten in high school, and he didn't get drafted. But that didn't stop him from overcoming his first obstacle, getting into the NBA.
Give Jeremy Lin his first NBA basket, and he does.
In 2010, he got on the Maverick Summer League team and gave number 1 pick John Wall the work. 11 fourth quarter points. Lin was a crowd favorite, and he ran.
11 points in the fourth is actually crazy.
It wasn't just a Mavs.
Wait a minute, can we get like a total points? Because 11 points in the fourth, like, he had to have dropped at least like 27, 30, 34 at least.
Interesting
On
Lynn
John
was
Wall's head
also
too.
a couple other teams, including the LA Lakers, but ultimately signed with the Warriors. But even with this excitement,
Nah, he shouldn't have signed with the Warriors. Man's about to be overshadowed by Curry, bro.
didn't get much of a chance. He only played in 29 games, 9.8 minutes a game behind a young Stephen Curry and Monte Ellis. He was more playing in the NBA D-League and then got waived. He signed with the Rockets, but got waived again before the next season started. The Knicks gave him his last shot in 2011, but again, more garbage time minutes, no responsibility, 2 minutes here, a DNP there. Lynn's
Bruh.
career was coming to an end.
I feel like you should give a new player on the team at least like 20 minutes in a game to at least prove himself to see if he's worthy of having more minutes. Like, come on. Like, this is why I'm sick of the NBA. Because, like, most of the players that barely be doing anything in the league, they just either not don't have enough minutes to prove themselves as them being good enough to play in the league, or they have so much pressure on themselves to be the best they possibly can be. They try so hard and then they end up failing, then they stop trying at all. Like Victor Wembanyama, he I seen what he's done in the college game. He I want him to be good. I want him to be a good player. But at this point, the amount of what is it? I forgot the word. The amount of pressure on him and the goals people want him to achieve, like with him being 7 foot, it's just mind blowing how much pressure is on him because they want him to be the face of the league. He he's giving me a little bit Manute Bol and Yao Ming vibes for real, but I mean he can't shoot. Like my friend made a video, like he can't shoot, so he's just gonna have to be a full on paint player. Let's just hope he doesn't get injured trying to play defense or on offense in the paint.
Was problem number two. No one had faith in Lynn. In his own words, that was going to be it for me. My agent had actually called me before the game and said, if you don't play well, tonight will probably be your last game in the NBA. And the Knicks were struggling, especially without Carmelo. On January 28, 2012, the Knicks would lose, failed to reach 90 points for the fifth time in 7 games, but Lynn played 20 minutes, scoring 9 points and 6 assists, and maybe that was enough, because Coach Mike D'Antoni was looking for a spark. And on February 4th, he would go to Lynn off the bench in the first quarter.
See, this is what we need. We need more coaches like that.
The second, Lynn was balling out. He ended the game with 25 points, 7 assists, 5 boards in a win. He might have looked small, but he was big on the court. The next game, he dropped 28 points and 8 assists in another win. Then dunking on the Wizards, playing on par with John
Bro dunked
Wall
on the
in
first
a
round
later
pick.
win. He had it all. Acrobatic finishes, poised playmaking, fading jumpers, being clutch.
Flips it up. Chandler keeps throwing it. Needs to put it up.
The world was losing it, a star out of nowhere. But what happened next made Lynn a household name. The Knicks would play Lakers. When asked about
The game
Lynn,
I was telling y'all
Lynn
about.
said,
Who is this kid? Yeah, I've heard about him, stuff like that, but I don't know what's the reason. I thought he's getting like triple doubles.
Would you consider guarding him if he's having one of those games?
well, Lynn said,
I was like, man, that's hella.
and Lynn comes out firing, jumper after jumper, including this spin layup. And Kobe was cooking shumper. You know, the iconic
Fourth quarter started, and Kobe said you had a great game.
I swear I looked at the clock like, it's 12 minutes. What you talking about?
The man come down, you remember he came, shot fake, threw it off the glass, caught it.
Bro was targeting one player when he should have been targeting Jeremy, bro.
Spit back on the foot, drop off the glass. What's going on?
While Kobe was going off in the fourth quarter, Lin was right there with him, and the crowd was going crazy. I remember watching this live and just losing my mind as my two favorite teams were going.
Okay. And the sad thing is, you can't deny games like this. You can't just sit here and deny games like that. When you sit and you see games like this and you wonder how much potential was wasted, this is beyond superstar level. This is straight up championship level. If it wasn't for all of his injuries.
Began the game with 34 points, 10 boards. Lin with 38 points, 7 assists, and the win. Kobe knew who Lin was after his game and would eventually become teammates, but we'll get there. Lin still had an iconic game winner 2 games later against the Raptors. The Knicks won 6 in a row. Yet even during this, there were racist headlines like in the armor or Jason Whitlock making an Asian dick.
Hold on.
Like
I don't even know what word that is.
armor.
No more what in the armor?
Or Jason Whitlock
Don't comment that, bro. Don't comment that. I don't need that in my comments.
Asian dick joke.
What the hell was
The
And that man's still out here as a national sports analyst.
That's
and
racist
talking
as-
about how the NBA is messing up just got age restricted and demonetized. This don't even make sense.
that? Is blasphemous.
But when Carmelo came back from injury was when the same problems resurfaced. Mike D'Antoni
Melo's got a fragile little ego.
was perhaps the only one who had faith in Lin and wanted to run the offense through him. But Melo wanted the ball on the wing, so he started to show less effort at practice and went to the owner. Lin would average 18.5 points, 7.7 assists, but tear his meniscus right before the playoffs. He was a restricted free agent, which meant the Knicks could sign him no matter what. And the Knicks owner James Dolan said they would match up any offer to $1 billion. But when the Rockets offered him a poison pill deal, 15 mil in the third year, backloaded, the Knicks, who had already fired Mike D'Antoni, did match it. And Linsanity was
I knew he went to the Rockets, but I didn't think he went to the Rockets that early. He only played for the Knicks for 1 season. Like,
over. What happened to matching up to $1 billion? The Rockets had Yao Ming, now had another Asian household name to be a star. So Lin had his own team to prove himself. Right? Wrong. Because even the Rockets didn't have faith. 4 days before the season started, they also
and now look at him with a negative record. Hold on. Hold the f on. I don't even know how to spell Rockets. Shut up. Yeah. 22 losses. No, 22 wins to 60 losses. Fuck you. Didn't even give him a chance. Imagine what they would be looking like now. Imagine what they would look like now if they gave him his chance. Imagine what they would have been like, cause he's still playing now. He's still playing basketball now. Yeah, that 22 wins to 60 losses over here rivaling the Spurs.
target
Pieces
and
of
made
shit.
him the focal point of the offense, leaving Lin to figure out how to fit without the ball in a Harden dominant offense. It was an awkward pairing, and while Harden got the
Okay, yeah, with James Harden on the team, yeah, I can see how it'd be hard, but you still didn't give the nigga minutes. Y'all gave Chris Paul more minutes. I would choose Jeremy Lin over Chris Paul. Chris Paul's literally my top 3 favorite players. He is my favorite player. He is literally my favorite basketball player of all time. And even I would pick Jeremy Lin over Chris Paul, bro.
Full green light to go crazy, Lin struggled. He averaged 13.4 points and 6.1 assists playing all 82 games. But his skill set was being wasted. In fact, Lin wanted to stay with the Knicks, but they never even offered him a contract. 2 years later, the Rockets would trade Lin in a salary dump to the Lakers. Lin got his opportunity to play alongside Kobe on a struggling Lakers team. Be part of the practice, and the moment we all
Who are the
remember
Knicks?
the time
They were the
he
5th
waved
seed.
Kobe out. And
They doing
Steph
all right.
went off
You
that
safe for now.
and oh yeah, not fouling.
So he says, okay, you're not going to do it. I'm going to do it.
He then played a season for the Hornets in which he got solid minutes and a crazy hairstyle.
What the
Bro.
It was enough to sign a 3-year, $36 million deal with the Knicks. And it was exciting. Linsanity back in New York. Lin would have a good start to the season before getting hurt again with hamstring injuries, then kept playing up some really good games. Started level
This nigga stay getting injured. Why are such prominent players always getting injured so easily, bro? I'm telling you, this is what's gonna happen to Wemby, bro.
action, averaging 14.5 points and 5 assists. But next season, Lin would rupture his patella tendon in the first game and be out for the rest of the season. The Nets traded him to the Hawks, then to the Raptors, but regardless of what uniform he put on, Lin was always productive. Certainly more than productive enough to stick around on a roster for longer than a season or two. He never averaged fewer than 11 points, but now
He would be a good player for a trio. Like, think of it. It doesn't even have to be a super team. You can give him enough minutes and enough time and give him 2 other relatively good players that are scoring like 15, 16, 17, 18 points per game. That's literally a positive win record team right there. I'm saying 50 wins to like 32 losses kind of team, bro. I'm telling you.
years since Lin was seen in an NBA uniform.
At this
But
point, you don't even need a super team when you have players like that. All you need is a team with good chemistry and with consistent scoring.
according to Lin, he had a bad 12-game stretch with the Raptors, and the NBA gave up on him. In his own words, so you gotta think for me, after playing 9 years in the league, I would expect like, okay, I have a reputation, people know what I can do, but I was pretty surprised at just how fast people were like, okay,
I guess people didn't want another Yao Ming. They didn't want another Yao Ming situation. After what happened to Yao, they didn't want Jeremy Lin, even though they saw how good he was.
he's done. And just like that, Lin was out of the NBA. Problem number 1 and number 2 still exist even now. People really don't view him as a basketball player and have him on such a short leash. He nearly has to be perfect just to get.
Do I really have to go back to this video? This video got 28 million views. This video inspired my little brother. I used to hate him watching this video 24/7. He used to watch this video all the time. And I wish he still watches it now. Now that I know how inspirational it was, it inspired me. Me. Look at me now. I got more muscle and stuff. I built muscle so I could be better on defense. And now I'm starting to get into more cardio and stuff so I can start, moving quicker on court again.
Deserves. But all of this is caused by problem number 3,
Racism.
which is related to the dark secret I'm about to walk you through because to Lin, it caused his rock bottom, saying it's so hard when you don't look the part. You have to do everything right when you.
And because they're comparing him to Yao Ming, they think he's going to be a flop just like Yao was because of injuries and whatnot.
Don't look the part. And even then, that might not be enough. There is no room for error. You might think think that with Lin's injury history, maybe there's some sort of justification, especially with hamstring issues and knee tears. But he played 74 games in the last recent season, and he showed everyone that he could still hoop because after being unable to land under a contract anywhere, Lin took his talents to the Chinese Basketball Association in August of 2019.
The CBA go crazy.
He was still good enough to
Wait, is he gonna be playing the Shanghai Sharks?
play in the NBA. You know those Shanghai Sharks?
Yeah. Bro, wait, what? Cat? Nah, Cat's not going to Shanghai. Nah, don't do Cat like that. Don't diss my boy Cat, bro.
Well, Lin was
Or Dylan Brooks. Yeah, Dylan Brooks got traded to Houston Rockets, so you already know that. I mean, 10 points per game ain't bad. That's what, like, people think. It's so much easier to score points now than it was back in the day because of how ruthless defense was. Like, there wasn't none of these foul calls like there is now. Like, no one was a bitch back then. If you played defense, you had to prepare to either punch somebody or pull somebody out the fucking air. Now, if you fucking tap someone on their shoulder, personal foul,
living
2 free
and
throws,
dominated,
technical foul.
2.3 points, 5.6 assists, and 5.7 rebounds before COVID struck. Lin could have stood pat and signed a multi-million-dollar extension to continue in the CBA for the 2020-21 season. But he rejected that huge deal knowing that he could use this momentum to get signed in the NBA again. So he got signed to the Warriors G League team for the 2020 season and proved once again that he could hoop at the next level, averaging 19.8 points, 3.2 rebounds, and 6.4 assists with the Santa Cruz Warriors. Literally one of the best players in the G League, but he couldn't escape the stigma that everyone has for him. Another G League player called him coronavirus while they were facing off, literally as the outbreak was still an issue. Lin felt that he more than proved he's an NBA player with his performance. But no one called again. Lin said not the coaches, not the players, not the commissioner, all who he was talking to, no one was willing to pull the trigger. There was a whole HBO documentary on Lin's sanity, but he still
Yeah.
inches from the NBA. If a 40-year-old Joe Johnson got the call from Boston in 2021,
Yeah. The fuck is this rando?
I'd give Jeremy Lin a shot, especially after he had just proved his worth in the G League. Oh, but that's just one of the barriers Lin was talking about. If you've ever heard how NBA media and players think about international players, this shouldn't surprise you. We've heard xenophobic comments throughout the past couple of years.
Thing about Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets is not
Look at Nikola Jokic. Look at Jokic. Look at Jokic. Look at Jokic. He got a whole chip and a whole ring. He got a ring on his finger. He got a Finals MVP.
for ratings, folks.
And that's the NBA's dark secret. Statements that Giannis could never be the face of the league.
Nick, he won a chip at an earlier age than both LeBron and Jordan. I don't want to fucking hear it. Jordan went to the league later on, so you can make an argument for Jordan. But LeBron, he's just garbage. Like, LeBron James, he's just trash compared to how people say he is. They think he's some sort of god or something. He ain't no god. He's an overage steroid abusing man that needs to just retire already.
Because no one can pronounce his name, calling Jokic a tub of lard,
What?
and failing to promote international players to the same extent as quote-unquote homegrown players. In fact, the NBA has an obsession for homegrown athletes.
Yeah, people are still gassing up Zion. Look at Zion now. Where his fat ass at? Where is Zion at? Where's Zion's fat ass? Where is he? Where is he?
Technically,
Where John Moran at? Probably got niggas like,
racial slurs because basketball culture isn't accepting of players who don't look like them. Lin had to continuously break stereotypes about Asians not being good at basketball. And while the NBA capitalized economically on Jeremy Lin and his name, they failed to
Bro, if
actually
only
make
Kobe was
meaningful
still here, I
steps
know
to
he would
get rid
probably
of the
try to help
negative
Jeremy out.
perceptions about Asians. But I always try to tell as it is, so subscribe if you want more, especially since YouTube is trying to age restrict me now. 1 million subs might be just enough to start the right conversations. So while Linsanity was perhaps one of the best basketball stories in the century, Jeremy Lin became another heartbreaking story. In 2021, Lin said his chase back to the NBA was officially over and said, "When I add all of that up, I would say race has a role to play in it. I just don't know how big, but my gut is that race definitely had a role to play." So long story short, we need to be better. The only notification on channel goes to
No, so long story short, the NBA is somehow racist. That's literally they're racist towards Asians for some reason. Literally, there's zero reason to be racist towards Asians. Asian people are more interesting than any people on the planet to me. They have the most interesting heritage, the most interesting foods. Like, they're the most interesting people on the planet to me, with how much cool stuff they've created and how much cool stuff they can do, how they're more physically capable than mostly any race on the entire planet. It's it just appalls me how many cool things Asian people can do. Like, it amazes me. Not saying they're a superior race or anything, just saying they're an awesome race upon in their own. But that is pretty much it for the video. This is a long video. But I do hope you guys enjoy. And I will see you guys later. Bye.